Hello?
Hi, good afternoon. Is this Lilybet?
Yes.
Hi, Lilybet. This is Harvey. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good to hear. I'm giving you a quick call in regards to your listing in O'Hara Drive in Pharr, Texas. Mike,
Okay.
do you have a couple minutes?
Sure.
I appreciate it. It looks like you spoke briefly with my partner Chantel, I believe earlier in the week. So I just kind of wanted to
Yes.
kind of circle back and see.
Unfortunately, so the reservation is the personal information that's being requested. They're just not they're not going to give details as far as like what they still owe and what have you if it's not a solid offer that they're entertaining. So it's just there was some reservation about a little bit of skepticism.
I understand. Okay, no, well, I appreciate your transparency, and if anything, again, this is the reason for this call. Is if there's anything I can clarify,
Oh, thank you.
or anything that we can obviously any questions that or concerns that you or your clients may have. So can you kind of at least catch me up to speed? I know that with Chantel, she did let us know that for this one. Obviously, we buy properties a couple different ways. One of our business models is to, find properties where we can come in and add value, put them back on the market, and then find hopefully a homestead buyer
Sure.
that's going to find our project suitable for them and their family. But for this one, we'd have to come in for cash, significantly lower than asking price, which I know that wasn't going to be a
Mm.
good fit for your client, right?
Well, see, the thing is that the home itself, even though it is a little dated in regards, to the standards for today, it's a very good home. It's solid, brand new AC. The floors are solid. The walls are solid. Everything's there's nothing. In other words, it's turnkey. It's no even an inspector is going to go in and they're going to give minor, feedback, a few things that might need some repairs, but overall, the home is in really good condition. It was very well taken care of.
Got it. No, so
Yeah.
let me ask you, are the images on Zillow up to date, would you say?
Yes, they are. I mean, everything's up to date, and so, like I said, it's dated in terms of, because of the wood floor. I mean, the wood trims and the light, some of the, like the fluorescent lights and what have you is what I told Chantel. But the house itself, I mean, just because I've walked the property multiple times, it's in really good condition. Really good condition.
Got it. No, I see that. No, and I agree with you. Essentially, like I said, we typically look for. I mean, we can still obviously, do. I wouldn't say a full reno, but essentially, we can still do a lot of things that we can do. But honestly, for this one, when they're in that well of a condition, for us, regardless, we're still going to have to come in with a lower offer than, especially
Sure.
because if what we're going to be doing is getting a hard money loan to be able to then add reno costs and then obviously put it on the market, agent commissions, carrying costs. I mean, the whole
Yes,
game.
of course. Yeah, I understand. And I'll tell you right now, all we can do is present an offer. I mean, that doesn't mean that the seller's not, going to take it, right? Just because it's low. So, but again, when they start inquiring, asking personal information, obviously when there's not even an offer on the table, it's kind of, they just, it's hard to present that.
Sure,
But if you come
understandable.
in with a number, I mean, of course I would present it.
So for a cash offer, to be very transparent with you, Lilybet, we wouldn't need that sort of information because for us, it's more like, okay, well, we just need to buy it low enough where we can come in, add value, and then put it back on the market. As long as the numbers make sense, where it accounts for carrying costs, the hard money loan, the reno, and then listing closing costs and agent commissions. We don't need to have that information. So I mean, what we can do for you is we can definitely still submit at least a cash offer. Again, it's going to be
Okay,
significantly lower than asking price. But
sure.
here's the thing. I think that the a different way we buy properties, and I don't know if Chantel mentioned this to you, is so on this scenario we were more be leaning towards coming in at full asking price. So if we were coming to pay full asking price, we took care of the the listing side of the commissions and the closing cost, if your clients would be open to a creative offer. So I don't know if you've had any sort of offers recently on this one.
No, we haven't.
So that was kind of our approach in this one because again we can come in at a low ball offer, but that's not the approach we want to take. It doesn't sound like that would be the best fit for your client, but we can still submit one. But I'm thinking more on the creative side because it allows us to pay your asking price and it allows us to pay the closing costs and potentially even your full commissions if the numbers pencil in. So for something like that, have you talked to your client to see if they would be remotely open to a potential creative offer?
Well, the creative offer would be that I would have to definitely present with some clear explanation.
Okay.
What the expectation would be. So if you could get me something in writing, I'll be happy to present it.
Absolutely. I can definitely do that.
That would be great. And then also consider there's another property that I just listed. It's just south of their house on Ashley Way. That one is $199.9, so it's low. It's not really expensive. But that one has like popcorn ceilings. Like definitely could use some updates. So
Love
I don't
it.
know if you've seen that one too. Just to throw that out there.
We have
that
not.
said,
If you could be so kind, maybe once we get off the phone, maybe you can send me the address. We'll definitely look into it more for our potential, fix and flip business model. Would love to definitely take a look at that one. And then, if anything, we can definitely even submit an offer if it makes sense. Now, for this one, like I said, for the horror drive, what I like to do is I like to send you at least a letter of intent. It will explain to you in detail the type of transaction we're aiming for. It will, we obviously don't have concrete numbers because it will give you an explanation as to why we would need the information that Chantel requested. But before I do that, I did want to ask you a couple more questions, if that's okay.
okay.
So on this one, is the property vacant or is it owner occupied?
It is vacant.
It is vacant. Okay. So for this one, I know that Chantel did request a little bit of information like the mortgage statement and balance. So I'm assuming there is still a loan in place, right?
So that, yes, I didn't, I was going to ask the clients that question, but then when I got that additional information about just like a lot, when she sent me that form, and I saw how personal the questions were without even an offer, I didn't even send it their way.
No
Yes.
problem, no problem, and that's fine. You'll have a lot more information on this email because it's going to be an actual letter of intent. Is going to have, again, the full address, an explanation of the offer that we're making. But and that's fine. I totally respect that. At the end of the day, it's not a common transaction, but it is one of the ways where we have been able to pivot in this type of market when we are acquiring, properties with creative acquisition. So what I wanted to ask you, so there is a mortgage. We don't know all the details, and obviously you haven't asked your client, and that's okay. But so what we would be aiming to do is just so you at least have an idea, Lilibet. What we'd like to offer is, again, we don't know how much equity your client has, and that's one of the things that allows us to determine based on the information that we're asking. Because what we'd like to do in this scenario is if we come up to, again, pay the asking price, pay the listing commissions and the closing costs, what we were aiming to do is start off by taking over the monthly payments on the existing loan. And then based on how much equity they have, we would then structure either a down payment or if they have, let's just say, enough equity where we can just cash them all of their equity at closing, that would be ideal too, right? But without having all that information, we wouldn't know. But that would just be essentially sort of offer that we're aiming for. So what I like to do, okay, if have you by any chance sent Chantel, and if you haven't, maybe you can send it to me. We're working together. Send me your email address so I can send you, and it'll have a detailed explanation of that transaction. It'll even have most frequently asked questions. That way you can, again, at least you can get a little bit more familiar with that, and then it's something tangible that you can share to your client. And then it's
Yes.
like,
Okay.
if they can say, hey, you know what, we're open to the conversation. They don't have to agree to anything. It's just open to the conversation, because I know that they're definitely going to have more questions. Or if you have questions, then let's hop on another call. And then from
Okay.
there, we can kind of figure out, how to go from there. But at least you have something in writing in front of you, tangible, that you can read, share with your client, and then I invite and welcome as many questions as you guys have. That way, if it's something that they're open to it, let's hop on another call and then let's figure this out and see if we can make this one work.
Okay, I like it. And like I said, and I have really smart clients. These are smart clients. And so I can't approach them with, anything that's just not very clear
Sure.
and concrete. And so I like this idea. I'll share my email with you. You send me what you have, and I will 100% present it to them. But again, if I have something solid to, put in front of them that they can follow and interpret properly, right?
Absolutely.
Then we're very, I know they'd be interested.
Love it. Yeah, I know. 100%. I appreciate that. I'll look forward to getting your email, and then we'll work on it this afternoon. I don't know if you work on Sundays. If you do, we'll just we can touch base with you tomorrow. If not, we can circle back with you on Monday just to make sure you got it. If you have questions before you want to present that to your client, because I know that's always important too. That way we can all be aligned. Okay.
Okay, sounds great. I'm traveling tomorrow, but I will definitely, once I get it, I'll review it. And then if I have any questions, I'll shoot them your way, maybe via text, or I'm not really sure, or email.
Yeah,
And then
either or.
Monday, I'll send it to them. And then if they have any questions, then we'll definitely address it on Monday.
Perfect. Awesome. I appreciate that, Lilibet. So then, if you don't mind, that way we can end this call on a good note. Do me a favor. Also send me the other address. The one.
Yes, I will. 307 Ashley Way. Yeah, I'll send it your way right now too.
And then
so this phone number that you called me from is. You want me to text? Is that okay?
Yeah. This is my personal cell phone. You're gonna see that on an email that I sent you as well. So 100%. Feel free to text it over. And if you have any questions down the line, feel free to either give me a call or shoot me a text.
Okay, will do. Thank you for your time.
Likewise. Likewise. You have a good rest of your weekend. Bye bye.
You too. Bye.